Hi, this is Paul McMullen and
Larry Eater.
And we're out here for the recap of Day 5 at the Olympic Trials in Tracktown, USA, Eugene, Oregon. How are you doing today, Larry?
Oh, I'm doing great.
All right. We ended up making out to the bar last night.
We did. It was another late evening, but a lot of fun. About 3 a.m. I think I crawled in, but it was a lot of track talk last night.
A lot of track talk. Very exciting, especially over at the Villard Street Pub, who the lady of the evening made an appearance. Anna Willard, our brand new American record holder. Please take it away.
She was awesome with speed that she can go over. She can go under 54 seconds in a 400. She's run like 203 in an 800. She is what a steeplechaser should be. She's got leg speed, she knows how to get over the hurdles, and she stayed in second or third the entire race. With 500 to go, she took off, and the party was over. And she ran that last lap in 67, American record. She looked great. She's photogenic. The crowd went absolutely stark raving nuts. It was fun.
I know. She is hard to miss. She has a bright fuchsia streak right down the middle with that beach blonde hair. And like you said, very, very photogenic and very captivating to interview her as well as to watch her run. Has a promising future. 9:15, 9:18 will probably be a winning time in Beijing.
Yeah, if she can get into, I think she can get under 9:20. If she can get under 9:20, there was a race in Ostrava about 3 weeks ago where there was 4 Eastern Europeans under the 9:15, 9:16 range. She's got it. She's got the wheels to run a 62 or 63 last lap, and she looks like the lead singer of X too, so I can't get over that. So it makes it really fun.
Yeah, very cool. Her coach, Mike McGuire at University of Michigan, extremely elated last night as well, with high fives and lots of big smiles. And I know that they'll be riding this way for a little while. And let's keep an eye on Anna Willard in Beijing. All right, we had one other big surprise. The big race of the night was the 400 meters for men. Jeremy Warner and LaShawn Merritt brought it all the way down the home stretch. How did that finish, Larry?
Well, there's one of my favorite songs is "You Cannot Win If You Don't Play," and Jeremy Warner, he's a two-time world champion and an Olympic champion. But the bottom line is what he does in that last 100 meters. Warner comes off the 200. He's even with Merritt. And then at 300 meters, he kind of looks over, and Merritt's right there, and Merritt gets a step on him, and that was the difference. Over the last 40 meters, I've never seen Warner fall apart so much. I think he put it all on the line, but his 44.20 didn't do it, especially when Merritt runs 44 flat. Merritt's going to run faster. Warner's got to figure out what happened in the last year, changing his coach, that affected the way that he's racing. I believe you don't change a coach or anything major in an Olympic year. It's absolute insanity. And I put the responsibility on that to someone like Michael Johnson, who's his agent, and the coterie around him. You got to make sure that the athletes stay realistic, because at the end of the day, the difference between a silver medal and a gold medal can be hundredths of a second, and it's hundreds of thousands of dollars. So these guys got to sit down and reassess what's going on over the next 4 weeks.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of pressure, and that instability in his coaching also added to it. The other thing, I don't know if anyone realizes, when you're here at Tracktown USA, there's 20,000 people there. There's two massive video screens, and they reviewed Jeremy Warner's career right before the race. 2004 Olympic gold medalist, 2005 world champion, 2007 world champion. All right, we're expecting a world championship performance, and I know what's going through Jeremy Warner's head. I just want to try to handle this youngster, LaShawn Merritt. And so the pressure was insane on this guy, and it was a little bit tight coming down the home stretch. All right, let's talk about the women's 400 meters.
Women's 400 meters, Sonia Richards, who was coached by Clyde Hart, Jeremy's former coach, did exactly what she was supposed to do. She got out strong. She ran the 200 to 300. She was in the lead where she needed to be, and she ran it home. Mary Weinberg tried to stay with her. Mary has been sick for most of the trials, and she really fought back and saved her race, because Dee Dee Trotter was coming from 7th and just ran up the straightaway. Dee Dee's had a terrible season running 53s all season, but she's got a piece of bone swimming around at her knee. She'll probably wait till later in the year to do something with that. But she's a tough athlete.
Yeah, Very tough. Another tough athlete was also in the prelims for the pole vault. That is Stacy Dragila, come back from an injury that's kept her off of the pole for the last 2 years, and also Chelsea Johnson, another favorite, the daughter of Jan Johnson. I was hoping you could comment on how Stacy Dragila looked, Larry.
Stacy looked tremendous. I've watched her in 3 competitions this spring, and each time she's got better and better. She's got the third best jump in the U.S. this year. But her Achilles surgery is a success. It's the second or third she's had. She's a Olympic champion, the first woman pole vault Olympic champion. She's really the goddess of the vault. Then you have Jen Stasinski now. Jen's got a good shot at really starting to challenge the most dominant athlete in Olympic track and field, who is Yelena Isinbayeva. Isinbayeva is the best in the world. If you compare her to any other event, she's so dominant. And what Jen's doing right now, and being in the pole vault in the last 3 years, she was a volleyball and a basketball player, is amazing to me. Chelsea Johnson, whose dad was a 72 bronze medalist, has got a very good shot at medaling. So it's going to be a battle between Stasinski, Dragila, and Johnson, in my belief.
Cool. Last night in the men's 1500, we had 3 heats of the semifinals, and the big question was which Alan Webb is going to show up. Which Alan Webb showed up last night, Larry?
A very nervous and a very young Alan Webb. He took it out very hard, and I think his heat was very thankful because all of them qualified. Legat and Chris Lukasik, the 2 veterans, sat in the back and were doing their nails, and then they made the move when they had to. Alan went out and led most of the way, and it reminded me of the way he looked in 2003.
Well, actually, so sitting on the Stanford kid. The Stanford kid was the youngest guy in the race, and the second youngest guy in the race did appear to be Alan Webb. I mean, he was stuck to him like glue, and there was this big gap that opened up between them and the veterans behind him. I think really what I saw Alan Webb do last night was I was hoping to see a carefree, stress-free athlete out there. I saw a furrowed brow, I saw tightness in the shoulders, and I didn't see even the hint of a smile or a moment of peace on his face, and that concerns me going forward. Then we saw him in the mix zone, absolutely relieved, just really feeling great and everything, as if the final was already over. This is just the first round, Alan, and you need to be bringing the big stuff on the big day. And I hope you're able to find some peace and relaxation. And it is the Alan Webb we've known, our American record holder in a mile, is going to show up and give us a great show versus Bernard Legat, the world champion. So there's your 1500 meter.
I agree. On the women's side, I think you've got Christian Worth-Thomas. You got Shannon Roberry, who dropped a 61.8 last 400, and her last 300 I timed in 45 seconds. Wow. She's got wheels. All the women in the 1500 should have made it, did. It's going to be a very good final. I think you're going to see a sub-4 in the women's 1500. Shannon wants to do it, and there's several women there who can run. Christian Worth-Thomas, I think, can run close to 4 minutes right now. So it's going to be, and the other one is Erin Donahue, who in high school was a javelin thrower and a 1500-meter runner. She should have been doing the deck. But girl is tough. I mean, she really digs it in, so it's going to be fascinating. You have 2 high schoolers in there. Christine Babcock, she's got the federation record in the mile. She did that in California at the state meet. And then Jordan Hesse, the little blonde, who's going from here to the World Juniors in Poland. So after, we'll see how she does in the next round.
All right. Well, you heard it first here from Larry Eater, looking for a sub-4 minute in the women's 1500. Should be very exciting. All right, well, great recap. And that also caps off day 5 here at the U.S. Olympic Trials with Paul McMullen and
Larry Eater.
Thanks for joining us.